శ్రీకాకుళం బ్యాచ్ విద్యార్థులు మొక్కలు నాటారు. 400 మంది విద్యార్థులు 120 మొక్కలు నాటారు. ఏడాది పాటు తామే మొక్కలను కాపాడుకుంటామని ప్రతిజ్ఞ చేశారు. కాలేజీలో మొక్కలు నాటడం ఆనందంగా ఉందన్నారు సహాయ మిత్ర కోఆర్డినేటర్ జయకృష్ణ.
మనం కష్టాల్లో ఉన్నప్పుడు ఆదుకునేవాడే అసలైన మిత్రుడు. అలాగే ఏ విద్యార్థి కష్టాల్లో ఉన్నా సహాయం చేయడానికి సిద్ధంగా ఉన్న మీ ఆప్తమిత్రుడు సహాయమిత్ర. ఎందుకంటే సహాయమిత్ర మీకోసం పుట్టింది, మీ నుండి పుట్టింది, మీ కష్టాల్ని అర్థం చేసుకొని పుట్టింది. ఏ కష్టం వచ్చినా సహాయమిత్ర దగ్గరికి రండి. అలాగే మీరు ఈ సహాయంలో పాలు పంచుకోండి. ప్రతి విద్యార్థికి అసలైన సహాయమిత్రుడు అవ్వండి.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right.
So, shall I start the session, sir? By introducing you.
Yeah, I am very much there.
Thank you, sir. So, good morning, all. So, today we have an interactive session on future perspective in electrical and electronics engineering. So, we started this session as we are newly introducing this EEE branch in our campus. So we welcome our dignitary, our speaker, Professor Dr. Sydulu Maheswarapu sir, who has an immense experience in teaching of almost 30 years of experience in EEE. So sir is from NIT Warangal. So sir is having most of some 50 publications and almost some 100 conferences. Sir attended 100 conferences, right? So he was actively participated in most of the projects under TechWhip and government. So he also guided almost some 20 PhD students, right? So this is a brief introduction about Dr. Sydulu Maheswarapu sir. So we are very honored to invite Sydulu Maheswarapu sir for our IIIT Srikakulam. So I think this is the first time a professor like you are interacting with our students, sir. So before this session, we conducted universal human value session for our engineering E1 students. Most of the speakers are from NIT Warangal. So we always thank NIT Warangal for supporting our Srikakulam campus in all the aspects. So we started robotics lab under your guidance. So we are about to start machine learning lab under your guidance. So we thank NIT Warangal for supporting in all the aspects. We conducted one FDP program with NIT Warangal. So we conducted workshops. So most of our workshops or our events are collaborated with NIT Warangal. And this is the first time an eminent professor like you who came to our campus and who took a special interest in interacting with our E1 students. So coming to our campus, it was newly established campus. So we are 4 years old. So now you are addressing the E1 students. They completed the PUC. So 2 weeks back they gave their PUC exams. So they are about to exercise their branch selection in the within couple of days. So most of our students are from rural areas, sir. So I know the objective of I think you know the objective of the RGUKT, establishing of RGUKT Srikakulam. And so we are very happy for you giving your time in your busy schedule to interact with our students. And so we are sorry if we have any inconvenience from our end. So, and I'm just giving you the session, sir. I'm handovering this session to you, sir. So thank you so much for accepting our invitation and giving your time to interact with our students. So, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, very good morning to all of you, our young student friends, and then HOD of Computer Science, Satish Garu. It's my privilege and happiness to interact with young student friends of almost 16, 17 plus. They might be of 16, 17 plus. And I believe this is the right time that they should plan for their future with good engineering background, because it's going to be orientation, and that too with respect to parent department electrical engineering. I would like to take a couple of minutes to really tell about me, why I am in electrical engineering, and then I will introduce how the electrical engineering is going to be so simple, provided we have faith and ability to observe and understand. I myself took B.Tech electrical engineering in 1973 to 78. The reason was of my own senior from my village, who happened to be my source of inspiration. He was also electrical engineering from REC, now NIT Warangal. So when you have some source of inspiration, you always find a path to grow. And most of you know that for any engineering, is mathematics is going to be the big powerful tool. If somebody is good at mathematics, is going to really get very good score in engineering mathematics. So our intermediate mathematics was very, I can say that tough and very potential. So that time I had the opportunity to learn many things from my great teachers, Gopal Rao sir, and having got a good score and being the topper of the junior college, I got admitted into REC Warangal. But that time I was not having the chance to know like this. Only sole inspiration was my one senior, who is now director of NPDCL Warangal. He is now working as a director. So then I took the chance of opting for electrical directly. And thereafter I learned that electrical engineering subject, many times people do say that it is somewhat tough. Very wrong propaganda is going on in private engineering colleges. Reason is, they made the things more confused for the first year B.Tech students, and the students were given an apprehension that they can't follow it. But I, being from a remote village, and my friend Satish was mentioning that many of you are with rural background. No problem. Rural background is, in fact, I feel it is a big privilege to have the chance of knowing many things compared to the people from urban area. సిటీలో బతికిన వాడికంటే, you don't mind to have Telugu words, no?
So we are more comfortable in Telugu.
That's no problem. But at the same time, I want to make you to be at least have the chance of picking up the English slowly. తెలుగు మాతృభాష తప్పదు. దట్స్ ఇన్ఫ్యాక్ట్ తెలుగులో ఆలోచిస్తాం, విశ్లేషిస్తాం, అవసరమైతే విమర్శిస్తాం, కావాలంటే కొత్తదనాన్ని తెచ్చి పెడతాం. సో అందుకోసమని తెలుగు అంటే మాతృభాష యొక్క గొప్పతనం ఎక్కడ ఉండదు. అది తమిళ వాళ్ళకి కావచ్చు, హిందీ వాళ్ళకి కావచ్చు, మనకు కావచ్చు. అయితే దాంతో పాటు ఇంగ్లీష్ కూడా తప్పనిసరి అయింది కాబట్టి నేర్చుకోవాలి. నేను ఇంటర్మీడియట్ వరకు తెలుగు మీడియం చేశాను, ఇబ్బంది ఏం పడలేదు. కాకపోతే ఒక 3 నెలలు కష్టపడ్డాను. బికాస్ దే ఆర్ స్పీకింగ్ ఇన్ ఇంగ్లీష్, దే యూజ్ టు ఆస్క్ సమ్ క్వశ్చన్ ఇన్ ఇంగ్లీష్. సడన్లీ I used to have a feel of that I know in Telugu, but I don't know how to explain in English. But that was only over 3 months. Thereafter, again, because of good mathematics, I was one of the toppers, an intermediate M.Tech topper. And to encourage you to tell that I am the first engineering faculty who has been awarded the best engineering faculty of NIT Warangal. So Telugu is not a problem. Your attitude, your approach, your capabilities, your mathematics is going to be much more important than anything else. So on 3rd of December, I have completed 40 years of my teaching here. So you can imagine a remote village gentleman trying to occupy such a big position in place like NIT Warangal. It is simple hard work, and I feel of that now I should grow and I should help. When I was at your age, I was looking for some help from my teachers, some help from my own seniors. So obviously, you should have some support and help. I received that big help and support from my great teachers, and also from my own senior, and happened to be my own, I can say, inspiring source of person, and then my mentor and guide, B. Venkateswara Garu, who is right now director of NPDCL. He was B.Tech and M.Tech from REC Warangal. So I also opted for that. Of course, I opted finally for teaching. Teaching is the one which is going to make you to be of having wonderful life with no feel of selfishness. If you have the chance to teach somebody, you feel more honored. You will find, even if you go to ESC, suddenly you find your own student, one student. You go to Sri Lanka, you find one student of yours. You go to Afghanistan, you find one student of yours. So it's some ocean of knowledge which can be shared. So just I want to tell you that first to remove the feel of that electrical engineering is tough. That word you remove, because it is a wrong notion going on in private engineering colleges, and people are very crazy about other department. Let them. But those are the people who believe that in the modern society, with no electrical power, nothing is going to be modern. Suddenly power goes. I have a difficulty, you have a difficulty. And in every sphere of our life, electrical engineering, electrical power is essential and compulsory. There is no chance that I don't use electrical power. And order of the day is that everything is going to be automated, and electrical power is very much required. So obviously, in modern society, even after another 100 years, electrical engineering is going to survive with no difficulty. And I would like to introduce the electrical engineering aspects for you, and thereafter I will make you to understand something about what are the job opportunities that they can be, and then I will show you how simple they are of if you know the simple electrical engineering mathematics. There's going to be a simple electrical engineering mathematics which is going to be of like intermediate mathematics. You are pakka, you are having very strong mathematics, you can be equally comfortable in electrical engineering mathematics. That's what I learned. Coming from a remote village and not knowing English better, but within first mid or second mid, I was one of the toppers. Reason was mathematics. So please understand that if your mathematics is very good, and this electrical engineering is going to be as simple as of your intermediate level, you can be comfortable. I would like to share my PPT so that you can also look at how things can go. If the slide is visible, slide kanpadtunda?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yeah, now you try to look at the right hand to make very simple explanation of our electrical engineering. We have 5 fingers here. This small finger, this is the ring finger, middle finger, and 4 finger and thumb. So let us look at what they represent in our electrical engineering. In electrical engineering, we have only 3 children. They're very small family, in fact, very small family. This is of a resistor, this is of a inductor, This is of capacitor, and this is going to be 4 finger is going to be your current source. This is going to be the voltage source. So in electrical engineering, 5 elements information, if you can understand, I think for rest of our entire service in electrical engineering can be easily understood. After all, about 3 elements, can't you understand? Only thing is, you should have love for learning. If you have love for learning, you can easily learn about them. What resistance can alone do, what inductor can really contribute in electrical engineering, what capacitor can really play a big role in the electrical engineering, what exactly the current source, what exactly the voltage source. If I can make my first year B.Tech students to know about these 5 elements, and the entire electrical engineering will be slowly absorbed by my B.Tech students. So a family of 5 members only. Then what is that we want? Finally, in electrical engineering, something is expected. What is that we expect? Some small finger. And again, this is left hand. This is left hand, please. The actual given is right hand. RLC, you have current source, voltage source, right hand 5 fingers. Now, left hand 5 fingers are for our purpose of finally the electrical engineering has to do. What is that? You can look at the small finger, and then ring finger, middle finger, 4-finger, and then this is going to be of thumb. Now let us look at what is that. Small finger is going to represent the constant voltage. Suppose the actual voltage goes down and your TV doesn't work, your laptop doesn't work. Suppose your voltage goes very high, your tube light gets burned, your induction motor gets burned. So I don't want to have a voltage that is going to vary too much. So therefore, the small finger has to be representing the constant voltage and constant frequency. Our supply frequency is 50 Hz. You should have a constant frequency. Otherwise, flickering is going to happen. And if frequency deviation is too high, our entire electrical engineering get collapsed. Heavy financial losses will be there. Then the middle finger, which you can see that it is of uninterrupted power supply. This is, of course, nowadays you are in 2020 you are gifted. But when I was student, there was no power in my village. Even power used to be off for 3 hours, 4 hours, even for regular classes. There were some occasions where labs were cancelled because there was no power supply. But as on today, modern society expects uninterrupted power supply. You can't have a chance of losing the power supply at any instant of your 24 hours by 365 days. So uninterrupted power supply is going to be very, very important. Then finally, low cost. Suppose I say that I am an electrical engineer and producing the electrical power and I supply energy 1 kilowatt hour for 15 rupees. Nobody is going to buy from me. But now new technology is coming up. Solar is coming up in a big way. 2 rupees 49 paisa per kilowatt hour. So it's becoming much more cheaper. And then by the time you come to 30, 35 years age, you can have many more wonders about this electrical engineering generation. Then finally, smartness. Nowadays, you have the smartphone, everything is smart. Bidirectional communication is there. So you are going to have, of course, it is there in advanced countries. Smartness is there in advanced countries. We are also going for that. For that matter, for example, in Warangal, you have a 400 kV line. 400 kV line substation is there at Warangal. It is monitored, operated, and controlled from Delhi by Power Grid Corporation of India Limited. PGCL people, they sit in Delhi and do everything sitting in Delhi. So this word of smartness, nowadays you are happy with your smartphones. So then this smartness is very important and a lot of money is getting invested in this area. So totally, if you know the 10 fingers of your both the hands, you are a perfect electrical engineer. I have a small doubt. At this stage, I want to tell because it's an orientation program and I want to encourage the students. Do you think that it is too difficult to understand the behavior of these 10 fingers? Maybe at the beginning, you may have small doubt about each element. But if you really be with a good teacher, with a good teaching side and a good institute, you feel very happy to tell about what R, L, C and what current source, voltage source, how to really, you can see how to really put all these 5 fingers of right hand to maintain constant voltage, constant frequency, uninterrupted power supply, low cost, and then finally the successes of your what you call smartness. This smartness is now looking for artificial intelligence, bio-inspired algorithms, 110 things, blockchain technology, whatnot. So those are the student friends who are going to really have a feel that I am electrical engineer, I don't need to learn anything. No. That's up now. Electrical engineers are also equally competent and potential for software engineering, and also they are doing wonders in artificial intelligence. So those are the student friends who are having a feeling that if I come to the electrical engineering, I don't learn software. Wrong. You are going. I will show you some slide where you can understand how many job opportunities are going to be there for electrical engineering student friends. So then these are the 10 elements or 10 fingers which can make you to be have a confidence. Or yeah, 10 fingers I can definitely learn about them. Now look at the some of the terms which you come across in our electrical engineering. Then those of the things are going to be repeating in our electrical engineering. Coulomb, it is the charge, and Weber, it is magnetic flux. Joules, it is energy. Joules per coulomb is going to be volts, and coulombs per second is going to be current. Rate of change of charge is going to be current, ampere. And then resistance measured in ohms, inductance expressed in Henry, and capacitance in Faraday. And this is going to be frequency in hertz. And then flux density Webers per square meter, that is going to be Tesla. So these are the important terminology which you come across in electrical engineering. And you can see these are actually the names of the great contributor to our electrical engineering family. Great. So you can just look at other few terms also. Then we will show you some figures of our people who have contributed to the development of electrical engineering. And even 8th to 10th class fellows also know about Kirchhoff laws. Thevenin's theorem is a well-proven fact. For example, Pythagoras theorem, electrical engineering student will use a million times, 10 lakhs times and even more. Pythagoras theorem is known to you at 8th class level. Similarly, one gentleman, Thevenin has suggested one theorem. There is a Thevenin's theorem, Norton's theorem, and Edison has done a very wonderful research, and he has invented Thomson, that's the bulb. And you can see some of the people. These are Volta, and he is of Ampere, and he is of Joule, and Ohm is of George Simon Ohm, and he is of Siemens, and he is of Coulomb. He is of Faraday, father of electrical engineering, and Thomas Alva Edison, who failed n number of times but who has contributed more than 1,000 inventions. And he is of Henry, who name is given for the inductance, self-inductance. And Tesla is the person who actually did a lot of the way the modern society is heavily governed by his inventions, like in the 3-phase induction motors, and also AC power supply, transformers, etc. And he is of Weber.
Sir, your presentation is not visible, sir.
Why not visible? Huh?
Yes,
Then
sir. Sorry to interrupt, sir.
No. Then it must be visible. Otherwise, what is the fun? I'll
From
close
starting
it and
onwards. Yes.
where from you are not able to see?
You are explaining the scientist names, sir.
Yeah,
From
that's
there
enough.
onwards.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll again take the benefit of. If the screen is visible,
Sir, now it is visible, sir.
okay, then I will open the PPT. So I have introduced all the terminology or the various terms which you come across in our electrical engineering, and they have been derived and given the names to honor our own people who have contributed to the electrical engineering. And these are the people. I collected the actual some of the figures. It's volt, ampere, and E is of joule and ohm. N number of times used his name ohm. And Siemens actually it is the one which is going to be reciprocal of your ohmic values. And you have the Coulomb. Then he is the actual father of our electrical engineering, Faraday. Thomas Alva Edison is the man who, as I was mentioning, 1,000 inventions were there. And he is of now Henry. Any coil we say that 3 Henry, 4 Henry inductance. So to number of flux linkages per ampere is basic definition. That is going to be Henry. And he is the Tesla. He is the person who revolutionized the entire electrical engineering, 3-phase induction motor and other things. Nowadays you come across electric vehicles, Tesla vehicles. So to honor this gentleman, I had the opportunity to be having the chance to see his statue there in what you call USA. Use of Weber magnetic flux lines and Hertz frequency. We used to say so many cycles per second. So then this gentleman name is given for that. And Kirchhoff's laws, very KVL and KCL, popularly known for entire electrical engineering. They seem to be very simple. Are you not getting my slide?
It is visible, sir.
Okay, thank you. That's use of Kirchhoff by German physician. And Marconi, wireless radio communication. And then Thevenin is the person. Because of him, we are able to decide what the circuit breaker rating is required at any substation or in a transmission line. Of course, they did as a mathematics, but now we are finding a lot of application. Is Norton, just complementary of Thevenin's theorem. And in our India, 50 hertz supply is going to be there. In USA, it is 60 hertz. Most of the electrical engineering students, they don't know why it is fixed as 50 hertz. And a lot of generation comes from steam turbine thermal generators like turbo generators. They operate at 3000 RPM. Highest possible efficiency is possible at 3000 RPM. We have been ruled by the British people. They opted for 3000 RPM. So 120 F by P equal to 3000. Then number of poles is going to be 2. You will get 50 hertz. So therefore, Indian people are having 50 hertz, and whereas American people, they accepted 3600 RPM. So then they get 60,000. I mean 60 cycles per second hertz. So I don't have any chance now. I can't really change my 50 hertz supply there in India, and the US fellows don't have any chance. They have to really go with that 60 hertz, and Indian people has to go with 50 hertz. And our electrical engineering mother waveform is sine waveform. It is mainly because of dynamic EMF which we get. It is going to be of rate of change of flux cut is going to come out as a induced EMF, which we will teach in first year itself. Why it is going to be sine wave? It is going to be BLV sine theta. B is flux density, L is active length of the conductor, V is the linear velocity. All three are constant. So our mother waveform is always going to be sine wave. Whether you are going to study in German or of UK or of India or of Sri Lanka, or tomorrow it is on Afghanistan, anywhere our electrical engineering family is governed by sine wave. Then sine wave mathematics is not that simple. So that is one gentleman, Fortescue, has introduced phasor notation. This is going to simplify the entire electrical engineering mathematics. And if at all somebody has to give a Nobel Prize, this gentleman should be given a Nobel Prize, because it has revolutionized the entire electrical engineering mathematics. That sine wave has been converted into your phasor notation. And we electrical engineering people are going to use different planes. Actually, we have only two types of fluxes. That is of magnetic flux and electrostatic flux. Magnetic flux will be measured in Webers, and electrostatic flux will in Coulomb charges. And we don't have meters to really measure them properly. So suppose I want to explain the induction motor to my first year B.Tech, so I will take help of some mathematics. But that tube light or my induction motor, they don't understand anything on their own. It is your proposal, it is your concept that you are used to explain. So entire electrical engineering is going to work only in the first plane itself. Because we don't have proper meters to measure them, we have introduced the parametric plane. What is that parametric plane is? You can have the resistance, inductance, capacitance concept, impedance, admittance, voltage, current, power, reactive power, and apparent power. So at second year level, we teach the students how to really move from the basic plane to this. When you have this basic plane, this mathematics is the RLC, and then voltage and current concepts are there even at 10th class, I have seen. But when you come to the intermediate, you will have better knowledge about. And then when you come to the electrical engineering first year, we will try to make you to understand more about this parametric plane. And most of you know that substation will be 11 kV, our house will be at 440 volts, different voltages. If you go to any roadside journey of big towers, you find they are of 132 kV, 220 kV, 400 kV, like very big high voltage lines will be there. So different voltages are going to cause you not to really go for simple mathematics of this second year circuit theory. So we want to get everything into a common base. So that's going to be per unit place. So you are here because of some difficulty, you are moved here, and because different voltages are going to be there in our electrical engineering, we can't use the second year circuit theory directly. So then we'll make our student friends to follow the per unit plane. And once you come to the third year or fourth year, we'll make you to understand what is called a symmetrical component theory, positive sequence, negative sequence, zero sequence. And finally, our computer application, everything we are going to do in computer based. So this is going to be per unit symmetrical component. That means 3 and 4 will be combined and we'll be using the computers. So please understand that heavy amount of computer application is there in electrical engineering. So if somebody is really interested that I should be a computer engineer, yeah, you can be computer engineer, but more of application orientation toward electrical engineering. Now I'll just show you what is the actual job opportunities if at all you go for our electrical family. You are going to be given the EEE. So job opportunities, if you are going to work for the job, you will go this side. But some of our people, for example, my one classmate who happened to be the B.Tech electrical, he was topper. Then he did his M.Tech program in IIT Chennai, Madras. He did his computer science having good score because of circuit theory. I'll again give the good example. He was Funda. He was having very good strength in circuit theory. So because of that, he could score very good percentage, and he got IIT Chennai as an M.Tech computer science student. Having gone there, M.Tech computer science, he worked with some IBM and other places, and he went to Finland. He worked for 3 years, and then he went to USA. He worked for 4 or 5 years, and then he was the first man to start a software company in Hyderabad, Amirpet. First person. Now his company is worth of 500 crores. So you can be an entrepreneurship also. You need not have a doubt that I am electrical, why should I? No. You can move to one industry, other industry also. There are good number of examples, but I want to take the one which is very close to me. My own classmate means very big success I have seen, and still we are good friends. And I just want to say that anyone who is interested to start any big company, you can also being a electrical gentleman. Then you can go for higher education side also. Higher education, third year onwards, you can plan for. You can for many of our student friends have gone for MBA programs. One student of mine, he happened to be with me almost from second year onwards, and then he was second topper of the class. And Kaushik, his name happened to be Kaushik, and this gentleman got the job in Tata electrical power generation, and he worked for 2 years. Meanwhile, he has pulled up the good money, and he started working for your cat, etc. And he got almost I am Ahmedabad, I am Bangalore, I am Indore, I am all 6 or 7 IMS. He got MBA, and he is right now in Ahmedabad. So you can go to that site, and you can go to GATE exam, PG set examinations. You can find based on the GATE very good score. Nowadays, you have NTPC, National Thermal Power Corporation, NTPC, SAIL, and then HPCL. So many jobs are going to be there. But one must understand, I want to be up, sleep for 12 hours, and I don't want to get more than 60%, but I want to get a job in this means, it is ridiculous imagination. So you don't think of trying to have a poor performance and expect my friend is in such a big job, I don't have a job. No. It is your earning of a very good percentage going to make you to be off in this. I have n number of student friends. Even my own PhD student is working BHL R&D Vikas Nagar. I have my own M.Tech students in Power Grid Corporation of India Limited. My own classmate, he retired in Gale. So I know it is of your academic excellence is going to really make you to have good jobs in this. And post graduation also, you can go for power system, power electronics, control systems, energy systems, electrical machines, VLSI side, instrumentation, embedded systems, communication systems, signal processing. You can also do that. After M.Tech, for example, recently I encouraged one student. She happened to be the topper of our class from Jharkhand, and she got almost 16 lakhs job by the time she about to complete her B.Tech. Then she being the topper, she was given an opportunity to get a PhD directly after B.Tech, PhD directly in IIT Bombay because of a Prime Minister Fellowship. Prime Minister Fellowship is per month 80,000. Per month, it is actually stipend, 80,000. I said, Kavita, you can get a job because of your academic excellence. You can get job anytime, but you don't get an opportunity to do PhD in IIT Bombay just like that. So now she is in PhD in IIT Bombay. And another gentleman, Palash Mishra, my own M.Tech student, he was there with me, and always he was from Kanpur. And I used to tell you deserve to be a PhD student. He did his PhD from IIT Chennai, and he is now a colleague to. He has been selected in our department. He is a colleague to me, my own student. And another gentleman from Hyderabad, Deepak Reddy, he was also from M.Tech Power System Engineering, and he was encouraged. He did his PhD from IIT Delhi, and now he is a colleague to me. So another girl, Tejashwi, she happened to be from Hyderabad and M.Tech Power System Engineering. I always encourage all my student friends who got academic capabilities. You do PhD. PhD can help you. You can be there in software. You can be there in industry. You can be there in R&D laboratories. You can be a good teacher. You can be a professor. You can be a principal. You can be a director. So therefore, now you can just see that this is another plane, postdoctoral, you can go to America, UK, US. My own 2 students have gone to UK, and they spend 8 to 9 months in UK, and they have come back and joined teaching jobs, IITs, NITs, central universities, whatnot, private engineering college, private university. You will have a lot of opportunities if you go for the higher education side. Then you can write UG set, CSR, NET, and you can have junior research fellowships where you will get almost to 28,000 per month. You can also look for the going abroad like GRE, TOEFL, all that. It is a a slide which you can keep it with you, and you can from second year onwards, and you can look at in what direction I want to go. Now, if you go for the job opportunities, I told entrepreneur, I told higher education. Now, if you go for the job opportunity, you can see that government jobs, some of the parents always say, go for the government job. You are going to be very stable. Up to that only I'll say. The other part I don't say. There are some people who say that in a government job means you can relax, you can make money. And that is a stupid suggestion to be given by any of the elderly people. Any job, any place. In fact, I would like to really make my student friends after 5 or 6 minutes, what are the things I learned from my parents? What are the things I learned from my teachers? And I have really grown up. Now I am almost near to my retirement. I am really a deserving person to make observation, comment, conclusion, advise also people. So then after some 5 or 15 minutes, I'll just try to illustrate the things which I have learned from various people. So don't say that I go to the government job and relax and make money. That is a stupid thinking. But government job also, you can be always noteworthy to get a big appreciation from the society. So you can have the state government jobs, for example, AP Genco, Transco, and AP Discoms, and all Vizag shipyards, etc., civil services, many other opportunities. And this side, other side, AP PSC, then group services, IT department. And central government, you have central government. You can just, so many big companies are there. And there are some people, one Mr. Satish Kumar from one private engineering college, he joined M.Tech under my guidance, and he was very talented. I said, why don't you come to the directly from your M.Tech to the PhD, I will help you. That's but the boy was looking for a Union Public Service Commission. He was looking for a Union Public Service Commission. He wrote and he got in railways. Of course, he did not try for the IAS, but there was, for example, my own student who is All India rank holder like Mutyal Raju. I don't know whether you believe. You can just type in Google, you will find his name. That's a Mutyal Raju, All India IAS topper. He happened to be the electrical engineering student. He was the only person. Please remember, he was the only person from our side who has taken electrical engineering subjects as an optional. Electrical engineering subjects as an optional, and he became the topper of the All India Administrative Service IAS. And in my experience also, I can end examination, he was the only boy who got 100 out of 100 in a circuit theory end examination paper. Normally we don't get 100 out of 100, but I have seen he was the person who got 100 out of 100. So therefore, you can look at you can have the Tech Mahindra, Wipro, whatnot, then all TCS, Infosys, all whenever you have a chance, coolly sit down and then which side you want to go. And of course, by the time you try to really come to second year, many things will be absorbed by you and you feel comfortable to go for that. Now, before I really make some more observations on how the equipment is going to be, and then finally how the growth in electrical engineering is going to be, I would like to really make a few observations of that, and which can be used to tell about. It is the a simple question need to be answered by you. I don't know your name, but I can see that some of the names are available. Buddy Pradeep. Are you there, Buddy Pradeep?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Just Buddy Pradeep. Totally, I could see 58 students. All of them are 58 students are there online. Are they going to be parallel to me or series to me? You understand that word parallel and series? Or yet? If you understand it, you say something. Otherwise, then I will explain.
Sir, don't, sir. Probably don't. You can explain.
Okay, then it is actually all of you are now parallel in the sense, what all my wording, what all my explanation is common to everybody. I am only a 10 volts man. Let us say that I am only, of course, I have been trained by 400 kV level teacher, Professor Ramarao, from Wisconsin University. I worked under him for more than 17 years. So great personality. He became a principal of REC Warangal also, and very unique personality of that. And let us assume that I am only 10 volts man, and you are all are in parallel. And current in any element is going to be I equal to V by R. A student who sits in the class with a value of ohmic value is 0.1 ohm, 10 divided by 0.1 ohm is going to be of 10 by 0.1 is going to be 100 amperes. The student is going to derive 100 amperes. A student who is going to have some lethargy and not so keen, and then he offers 1 ohm value, let us say 10 divided by 1, 10 amperes. So that student is deriving only 10 amperes. A student who is going to sit in my class, physically present, but mind is somewhere else, is absent, and then his ohmic value is of 1 mega ohm, 10 to the power of 6, and his current is going to be 10 divided by 10 to the power of 6, and it's going to be microamperes. Microamperes doesn't get any chance of saying there is a flow of current. It's an insulator. So that means the teacher is going to be same for all the students. One student is getting 100 amperes, other student is getting 10 amperes, one fellow is getting open loop, open connection, which clearly says that teacher and institute will be there. Everywhere you will find institute and teacher. But who is going to really be of different is of a student who is going to sit in the class with a faith, with a respect, with a dedication, with a feel of learning. I should learn, I should grow. That gentleman, that girl is going to really come up in life. Please remember this. If at all you want to really take a word from my side, as an electrical teacher, trying to explain that teacher is not great. Teacher definitely has to. You should be having some very good knowledge to share with us. But who is great? It's not the teacher alone. It is the much more is from the student side. So I personally suggest you that whether you take electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, computer science, or of tomorrow artificial intelligence, finally your success is highly governed by your ohmic value, your commitment, your dedication, your serious attitude, your learning. So if you can understand this simple I equal to V by R, everywhere definitely you can make yourself be much more confident, much more powerful than any other student, and you can prove that you are one of the best students available for the teacher and for the institute. And the next part which I learned from my, of course, parents are going to be good gurus, very big gurus. My father always used to tell, తెలుగులో చెప్తాను, అందరు తెలుగు వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు కాబట్టి, పాచి పనైనా చెయ్యి పనితనంతో గుర్తింపు వస్తుంది. ఎట్ అవర్ డేస్ స్కూల్లో గదులన్నీ మేము క్లీన్ చేసుకోవాలి బికాస్ ఆఫ్ సర్టన్ రీజన్స్. ఇప్పుడు ఎవడన్నా ఓడవంటే పోయి అమ్మ నాన్నకి కంప్లైంట్ చేస్తారు, అది పెద్ద దేంట్లో వాట్సాప్లోనే ఎక్కడో పెట్టి వైరల్ చేసేసి టీచర్ని సున్నా చేస్తారు. బట్ మా రోజుల్లో అలా కాదు, ఓడవంటూ కూర్చోవాళ్ళు. సో దెన్ మై ఫాదర్ యూజ్ టు టెల్ దట్ పాచి పని అయినా చెయ్యి, ఓడవడం అని చెప్పినా కూడా Sydulu should do better than somebody else. Please understand that even if you are sweeping, even if you are doing the lowest degree of job, but prove that you are sincere, you are dedicated, you are number one compared to others. And then my mother, 8th class nunchi, she used to be very strict, illiterate, చదువురాదు కానీ బట్ వెరీ స్ట్రిక్ట్. షీ యూజ్ టు టెల్, ఎక్కడికి పోతున్నావో చెప్పాలి, ఎప్పుడు వస్తావో చెప్పాలి, ఎందుకు పోతున్నావో చెప్పాలి. మీ పేరెంట్స్ మిమ్మల్ని ఎవరైనా అడిగితే మీరు అందరికీ కోపం వస్తుంది, బట్ ప్లీజ్ అండర్స్టాండ్ వన్ డే ఆర్ అదర్ యు ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు బి ఎ పేరెంట్. అమ్మాయిలు కానీ అబ్బాయిలు కానీ వన్ డే ఆర్ అదర్ యూ విల్ బి ద పేరెంట్. దేర్ షుడ్ బి ఎ ప్రాపర్ డిసిప్లిన్. అండ్ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దట్ మై మదర్ వర్డ్, from 8th class onwards till today, I go by my word. Even if attender is there in my office as head of the department sitting in my room, if I am going out, I will call him and say that I am going to director, I am going to come back at so and so time. Attender ki nenu pratyekinchi cheppalsina avasaram ledhu, but that is the word which could make me to have the proper discipline. మీరందరు చిన్నవాళ్ళు, నేర్చుకుంటే తప్పులేదు, ఆచరించితే ఉపయోగపడుతుంది. సో ఆల్ మై స్టూడెంట్ ఫ్రెండ్స్, అరౌండ్ 56 students are available online. My words should be taken with a positive vibration, and that I learned from my mother. Discipline and regular and punctuality. It's of now. ఎక్కడికి పోతున్నావో చెప్పాలి, ఎందుకు పోతున్నావో చెప్పాలి, ఎప్పుడు వస్తావో చెప్పాలి. మగపిల్లాడు కావచ్చు, అమ్మాయి కావచ్చు, అబ్బాయి కావచ్చు. ప్లీజ్ ఫాలో దాట్. Then after coming to my great institute REC Warangal, I learned many things from different teachers. And one great teacher, P.V. Narasimha, who happened to be cousin of former Prime Minister also. And that teacher is, how much you earned is not important, how peacefully you lived is important. నువ్వు ఎంత సంపాదించావు అన్నది గొప్పది కాదు, ఎంత ప్రశాంతంగా బతికావు అన్నది గొప్ప. సో ఫర్ దట్ I opted for teaching. Teaching is the one which can give you that immense pleasure. Of course, you have to do PhD, you have to look for the bigger institutes. Then my great teacher, 400 kV teacher, better to tear out rather than rust out. కరిగిపోయే జీవితం గొప్పది శిథిలమైన జీవితం కంటే. అంటే రోజుకు 16 నుంచి 18 గంటలు పనిచేయాలి. ఈవెన్ ఫర్ ద ఏజ్ ఆఫ్ మైండ్, ఐఎమ్ స్టిల్ వర్కింగ్ more than 16 hours per day. My own students who work elsewhere as professors, they say, sir, for your age, you are working like this, we are not in a position to cope up with you. Please take a word of that. Better to tear out rather than rust out. And Professor Jyotirao garu, great teacher. Hand calculations unfold the secret of the problem. Hand calculation, ఏ ప్రాబ్లం ఇచ్చినా హ్యాండ్ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్తో చెయ్యాలి. అన్నం తినేటప్పుడు చేత్తోని, స్పూన్తో తినాల్సిన, తప్పదైతే పర్వాలేదు కానీ లేకపోతే చేత్తో తినాలి. అలానే ఏ సబ్జెక్ట్ అని నేర్చుకోవాలంటే ఈ చెవిని విని ఈ చెవిని వదిలేయటం కాదు, చేత్తోని హ్యాండ్ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ చేయాలి. యూ మస్ట్ హ్యాండ్ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ అన్ఫోల్డ్ ది సీక్రెట్ ఆఫ్ ది ప్రాబ్లం. అండ్ సక్సెస్ ఈస్ ద hypotenuse, and adjacent side is your hard work, and good luck is going to be your altitude. Okay, right angle triangle lo your adjacent is going to be A is going to be your hard work, your height is going to be, altitude is going to be H, that is your good luck, and A square plus B square equal to C square. These are some of the things which I learned. And the last but not the least from my side, before I go for the technical presentation, a few more slides. That is of తెలుగులో ఉన్నది, బట్ నా ఆచరించడం కష్టం. చిన్నవాళ్ళైనా మీరు కనపడితే, నాకు పేరు తెలిస్తే ఐ షుడ్ రియల్లీ గ్రీట్ యూ. సతీష్ గారు కనపడ్డారు అనుకో, నాకంటే చిన్నవాడు, ఆయన నాకు హలో చెప్పే ముందే నేనే హలో చెప్పాలి. ఇచ్చి పుచ్చుకునేది ప్రేమ, పుచ్చుకొని ఇచ్చుకునేది అప్పు. నువ్వు ముందు పలకరిస్తే ప్రేమ పంచిన వాడు అవుతావు. నీకు ఎవరైనా గ్రీట్ చేసి నువ్వు ప్రతి నమస్కారం పెడితే అప్పు తీర్చిన వాడు అవుతావు. జీవితంలో అప్పు తీర్చేవాడుగా బతకొద్దు. అందుకనే చిన్నవాడినైనా పెద్దవాడినైనా ప్రేమగా నువ్వు పలకరించు, నువ్వు ముందు ప్రేమ పంచు, అప్పుడు నిగర్విగా ఉంటావు. దానివల్ల నీకు ప్రేమ దొరుకుతుంది, దానివల్ల నువ్వు పని ఎక్కువ చేస్తావు, దానివల్ల నీకు ఆనందం ఉంటుంది, దానివల్ల సంతృప్తి ఉంటుంది, దానివల్ల జీవితం ధన్యం అవుతుంది. All youngsters who are sitting here, they are almost entering into 18-19 years old. They should assimilate, they should observe these fundamentals and try to, even one or two if you like, immediately practice them, either discipline wise or hard work wise, or more of trying to respect the people, starting from your parents to the any youngster. Even a person of your maid servant is there, you can always take the chance of speaking with a good voice. Yeah, somebody is really acknowledging, sir, saying that sir, definitely we will follow it. నమ్ముకున్న వాడికి దేవుడు రాయి, ఐ మీన్ వెరీ సింపుల్, నమ్ముకున్న వాడికి రాయి దేవుడు, నమ్మకం లేకపోతే దేవుడే రాయి. సో మీకు ఫెయిత్, ఇందాక కూడా చెప్పాను ఎలక్ట్రికల్ ఇంజనీరింగ్లో, 0.1 ఓం ఉన్నోడికి 100 amperes, 1 ఓం ఉన్నోడికి 10 amperes, మెగా ఓం ఉన్నోడికి ఆ టీచర్ వేస్ట్, ఆ సిస్టమ్ వేస్ట్. అందుకోసమనే అంటారు సర్వం నీలోనే ఉంది. It is you who can build your life. It is you who can guide your life. Once you come to my age, you can guide many more people. So that is the actual, before I go for the fundamental of some more things of showing different equipment, and how they have been there in our engineering. I wanted to share these things, and even if out of 60 students, 10 people they try to understand the spirit in which I am trying to really convey this out of my own experience, with lot of feel of that there should be a mechanism by which we can transfer to the next generation. So when our friends, we have actually just organizers have asked me, I said I'll buy some time and then definitely come at 11 o'clock. In fact, my PhD student is coming. I said come at 12:40, not at 11 o'clock. The reason is I want to address out of these 54 students, I believe 54 students are there. Even a couple of students are going to make themselves to be potential and go for higher education, or of teaching, or of R&D, or of entrepreneur, or of doing something. I think they will be of now. And the last part of my observation is of మాట వింటే బాగుపడతావు, వినపోతే బాధపడతావు, విన్నవాడే బాగుపడతాడు. I'll give you this simple example. I went as an examiner to the JNTU Anantapur to conduct the viva of 5 MTech students. And then one boy actually named as Gurnath Gurrala. He happened to be of MTech power system student. He worked in Vizag steel plant for 1 year. He prepared one project report. He presented. I heard to his presentation for 20 minutes. Finally, one word I made. What is that observation is of Gurnath, in your place, I would like to really depute a mathematics student, not a power system student. Can he make the same report or not? Then he started weeping, because without academic ragging, I just asked him, in your place, you are MTech power system engineering student. In your place, I am deputing a mathematics student, BSc mathematics student. Can he make the same report or not? He said yes. Then where is the specialization of MTech? Then how do I really guarantee that you can be MTech student of power systems? So he understood the gravity of mistake that he has done, and then I consoled him and said that it is not your mistake, it is your guide mistake. He would have really told, see, we are MTech power system students, we should have this mathematics, this much of algorithm, this much of programming, these are the test results, these are the case studies, and all that guide has to tell. He did not tell. So it is the student, top class student, he found it as a big vacuum. So when I was going for lunch, he came running, and then he asked me, sir, what about my future, sir? Then I don't fail you, I will make you to be, because I can understand you are a potential student. And then I told one observation. All of you, please listen to this. Very important. Very concrete voice, very solid voice lo cheppanu. Gurnath Gurral, you are a very potential student for your PhD program. You are having this subject. Am I, sir? నీతో జోక్ చేసేవాడివా? నువ్వు నా స్టూడెంట్ కంటే చిన్నవాడివి. Then I am observing that you are having the potential, academic potential. You deserve to be a PhD student. Why don't you try at IIT Bombay and IIS Bangalore? And this word, he has taken it as something, a guiding factor. He went to Bombay, he did not get. He went to IIS Bangalore, he got PhD, and he did his PhD. He went to Tennessee, USA. He worked for doctoral fellowship, and then he has come back, and now he is up now. Can you believe? He is a teacher. He is a faculty there, ISC Bangalore. I came to know that. I phoned to him and I requested him to come to RSC NIT Warangal and give a lecture. He has come and delivered one lecture. ఆయన వెబ్సైట్ మీరు ఓపెన్ చేసి చూస్తే దాంట్లో రాసి ఉంటుంది, ఇట్ ఈస్ ద వర్డ్ ఫ్రమ్ ప్రొఫెసర్ సైదులు వుడ్ మేక్ మీ టు హ్యావ్ ద సో మచ్ ఆఫ్ చేంజ్ ఇన్ మై లైఫ్. మాట విన్నవాడే బాగుపడతాడు, విననివాడు బాధపడతాడు. సొంత తమ్ముడు కొడుకు చెప్పినా వినలేదు, ఆయన బాధపడతాడు. బట్ నేను ఒక అబ్జర్వేషన్ గా చెప్పిందే that he has taken it as a guiding factor and he proved himself. That's what I am telling. The teacher is not great. I undoubtedly respect the teachers. I being a teacher, I feel that we should also get a word of appreciation from my student friends. But the student who comes up in life is mainly because of the attitude, commitment and self-learning and discipline and then hard work that he is going to really, he or she going to put. So please see that electrical engineering can help you to grow in your life to any height. I can definitely. Right now, from Kids Warangal, Venugopal Rao, my one classmate student, and he's B.Tech Electrical, EEE, and then he did his M.Tech the IIT Bombay. Then he has done a lot of research in I think nanomaterials, and now he is the director of IIT Delhi. Director of IIT Delhi. So there is a big scope for you people. Don't disrespect your capabilities. Always try to really learn big mathematics and then be successfully in your personal, professional life. And I'll be happy if some of you are going to take my words as then, because it's orientation program, more of trying to share the entire experience of us to encourage the youngsters in right direction. Now I'll go for the presenting the another few slides which are going to be helpful for you. See how we get this, and you might have seen closely whenever you go in a street or in your village or of town, you can just see this is 11 kV distribution network, and it goes to the transformer. You might have seen the now transformer substation, and this is going to be given to your transformer, and transformer again will be giving the connection to your feeder, and this is the cable. Understand that physically they look like different, but they will be finally modeled as 3 elements RLC. That's all. Any big tomorrow 850 megawatt generator from BHL R&D or of Haridwar or any other company, it is producing a big generator 850 megawatt. Even that also can be modeled as only RLC. That's the reason I said my family is a very small family, but it is serving the modern society beyond imagination. And this is most of you know that earth point, how it looks like. Earth point is very important. If this earth point is not properly earthed, you will have your laptop gets damaged, your equipment gets damaged, many things will go wrong. Then there should be proper earthing. You will have 1 or 2 earthing points also. And then this is the actual panel, that's in 500 kVA transformer, and then another 250 kV transformer, different panels. And this is a room, you have the panels, and then this is the cable, underground cable. In our college, we used to have overhead lines, and that means conductors, bare conductors, but I was given the opportunity to put most of the electrical distribution networks as underground cable. I was in charge for almost 3 to 4 years. Then my own student has taken up as an in charge for that. And this underground cable comes to another pole, and therefrom it goes to the one of the buildings, underground only. And you can see the feeder 3, feeder 4, like that. They try to identify, because any fault occurs, you have to give like your roll number. These are also given the feeders. And this is the actual how the cable is going to be. This is an RYB cable, R for red phase, Y for yellow phase, B for blue phase, and this is the neutral wire. This is a black one is, this is standard notation. I can't say my right hand is left hand is right hand. But here also in electrical engineering, we have the RYB sequence, and this neutral wire. Suppose all 3 currents are balanced, neutral current should be 0. But you don't get a balanced current, then there will be a neutral current. If this neutral current is very high, neutral voltage is going to get shifted. And if the shifted voltage is more than 5 to 6 volts, your motherboard is going to get crashed. And especially rainy season, thundering times, we should be very careful about such things. And this how the actual connections are going to be on the panel, incoming side, and then you can put it to the entire panel to the laboratory purpose. This is another feeder. And this is the MCBs, and you know that miniature circuit breakers nowadays in every house is having that. This is the main on and off switch. And this is another near to our building, near to my electrical building, there is an earth pit. And then the earth pit should be properly earthed. You can see it, copper strips. Copper strips are taken, 2 copper strips parallel so that resistance can be low. And we connect it to the earth pit. And this is actually inside the laboratory. And the 3-phase supply, the students will be given opportunity to know how the 3-phase learn, RYB. That's and this is of even frame will be grounded. because there should not be a chance to that my students get a shock because of any leakage or of any problem. So that body of the even machine is grounded. Different machines we have, and this is motor generator set which we got from USA, not from USA, Britain in 1960 there, but still they are working very happily, very pakka. And this is the panel diagram we explained. They are not complicated. That's what. If you feel that that is a complicated, you find it that it's far away from your mind. And we conduct a lot of experiments here. This is a 3-phase induction motor loading capabilities. And this flywheel mechanism, and our students come to the final year, we try to give the role of final flywheel also in transient stability conditions. And we can open this and show how the commutator segments are going to be, how the actual brushes are going to be. And this is the big laboratory, almost one of the biggest laboratories, including IITs. Our lab is equally very big. Then this is the rheostatic loading box. Why I'm showing this equipment is some familiarization, so that you'll have then starting of the any DC motor with the 3-point starter, and how the actual assembly is going to be there. This is going to be of your field, and this is going to be yoke, and you will have the armature here. We explain to the students trying to show that how the assembly is going to be. This is the actual armature, commutator, and then we try to show the assembly part of it, how it looks like. It is going to be, you rotate in anti-clockwise direction, it's going to produce the dynamic EMF. And other side of it, these blades are for cooling purpose. And this is a big rheostatic box. Sometimes we have to allow for 30-40 amperes. If you put a 30-40 amperes in small rheostatic box, it gets burned. So then we have a very big rheostatic box. This is another type of rheostatic, and we conduct the experiments using the rheostats in field of various machines. This is the 2 tube and with a single tube. And this is to have a DC volts of 12 volts to conduct the experiment to determine the resistance of any winding. And this is a 3-phase auto transformer. So we'll show all these things to our friends so that then they don't have any fear of that these things beyond their imagination. No, they are very simple. And this is single-phase auto transformer. Different make. This is an inductor. Most of the people on a blackboard, they put a coil and say it is the inductor, but how the inductor looks like, they don't know. So we want to show them. This is a 3-winding transformer, and is a only 2-winding transformer. And this is 40 volts one side, 230 volts, and it's a simple rating. It's a 1.5 kVA. But when I have taken the final year students and I have shown them 315 MVA transformer, almost it is a very big one. That's in Mamadipalli substations now, Asian biggest laboratory. This is the tachometer to measure the speed. So this is actually wattmeter connections. So we try to have all these things now with the wires, how the wires are going to be, how the cables are going to be different, and then you can be shown with the insulators also. This is the one interesting. We ourselves have my teacher has designed this. This is a 750 kilometers length of the line is simulated in electrical engineering laboratory, first of its kind. We did, and based on that, one company has borrowed our technology, and they have done the one big equipment. This is for a high voltage laboratory. Different insulators. And this is the equipment. We bought it for 12 lakhs. But the other one which I have shown is happening indigenously. We have developed in our laboratory. This commercially they made it from Bangalore. And now most of the private engineering college people also they bought. So most of the people, they don't know whether how to test the supply. The right hand side phase will be there, left hand side your return path will be there. This is going to be ground. it should not be, supply should not be given this side and you should not interchange. There is a standard practice for that. This is for diesel loss. One generator, then whenever power supply goes up, we need to keep. So our students are going to do the experiments. This is how you can definitely look at the equipment, and then always believe that you can be comfortable with electrical engineering and very big domain of you growing in software, hardware. And I'll tell you one more interesting information where two companies have really shown a lot of interest for our MTech students. One, global energy consulting engineers there at Hyderabad, Khairatabad. Varmagare has started his company. 9 of my MTech students have been observed, and company was started by them. And our students have done the programming for their laboratories, and they have developed the distribution company software, and each one they sold it for I think 25 lakhs. And another dozen of our students have been observed by the ABB Baroda, and JJ Patel has come, and that JJ Patel he got a big surprise because our students were writing very good programming compared to the even IIT product students. And he inquired what is the actual reason that you could write so much big lengthy programs also so easy. Then they said that it is Sydulu sir who teaches the computer methods and power system with implementation skills. So then almost he has come down from Baroda to recruit some of our students in, to REC NIT Warangal campus. And now I can take the pride of that. Mr. Venu, ABB Bangalore side, he is managing director, and almost 64 countries he moves. He happened to be our student, and he is helping to have the smart grid laboratory in our parent department. So once you grow, you can definitely always give the chance of paying back to your parent department. So always have a feel of that there is a bigger potential, bigger chance for you to grow. I'll show you one more slide which is of how our electrical engineering is growing. Lot of advancements are going on in electrical engineering, and developed countries they take almost Italy's 4,588 kilowatt hours per annum. Canada is 17,000, but if it comes to India, is very low, 1,165, and by 2040 it is expected to 3,000 kilowatt hours per annum. That means we are not developed countries, we are not advanced countries. I can say that we are developing country because you have to look at these values, and these are the actually USA is 12,000 and Sweden is 16,000. Canada highest. They have a lot of nuclear power generation, and it's a heavy winter, and they will be consuming a lot of electricity. They are so rich. So please look at this, and that will help you to understand how our energy sources are going to be there. Coal this side we are having, and then hydro here, Jammu Kashmir, and near to their northeast you are having the hydro, and then lignite near to Madras, and coal belt I have seen. Then it is of nuclear. You have Tarapur and then Kalpakam, etc. and Rajasthan places also. Our country is not promoting the nuclear, and we have bigger generators which are of this nature. Then when I was actually student of my B.Tech, that's 110 megawatt, 210 megawatt only teacher used to tell, but it has gone to the 800 megawatt. BHL, our own country is number 2 in producing the big generators, and hydro generators are there, thermal generators and nuclear generators. Gas station Vijayeswaram near to your Godavari district, you have Vijayeswaram where you find this gas-based generating stations, and domestic use 17 points, commercial is 4 points, agriculture is of 29. This is the place we are losing a lot of money. I don't have any comments on that because it's a political sector. And this is going to be the industry who are paying a lot. They are paying a lot to the actual survival of the company. Railways, and in future, they don't want to buy anything from the electrical engineering, and they want to have their own solar. So this is the actual one slide given by my own student from Ramagundam, trying to show that how the chimneys are going to be. It is a 2600 megawatt generation at one place, 2600 megawatt. And these are the details which we are having. That you don't get the efficiency is going to be very high. For the overall efficiency will be of 30 to 40%, but the generator alone is going to be 98 odd percentage. So this is the actual turbine size, which you can see that people are of this size, whereas this size of the turbine blades are going to be so big. And this is the actual stator, which is going to have almost 17,000 ampere. Each conductor is supposed to carry 17,000 amperes. So in class we teach 1 ampere, 2 amperes. In reality, it's such is that. That is reason the fundamentals which you learn should also equipped with or supported with practical information. These practical information I always get from my electrical student friends who are working in the companies, and then I'll ask, don't give anything other than a good practical information to me so that I can share with my student friends. So then you can just look at the rating of 800 megawatt, 941 MVA, BHL make, it's 800 megawatt, and then continuous rating is up to 840, you can load it. Power factor is 0.85, and this is the biggest voltage available as on 27 kV. Normally up to 21 kV they are going, and I told you starter current is now increased to 20,122 amperes. So then we will be working, but now all these will again go within the same fundamentals, RLC. Please understand, it's not that you need a different information, but everything will be converted into circuit theory only. Yeah, this is another slide which is interesting. You can see 100% loading, 98.8, almost 99% efficiency. 75% loading, it's 88, and then 50% is 98.73, and 25% 98. So minimum percentage of efficiency is going to be 98, which nobody can expect. And transformer is going to be 99%. 765 kV line is going to be 99%. So we electrical fellows are very smart, very good in having the better performance. You can always take that. But why people are saying that a lot of loss is there, a lot of this thing is mentioned, people are not having the civic sense. They are not sincere. Nowadays, sincerity is missing everywhere, every domain. And people are trying to really misuse the things. And the percentage loss has gone to the 17%, which is very unfair. Usually it is less than 10%. And I'll show you some of the, of course, ash handling. Nowadays, ash became a very useful material for many things, road building and whatnot. This is a 500 megawatt generator synchronized with existing grid by Rajshekar Reddy Garu, the then Chief Minister. It is a 500 megawatt, but we started with a 32.5 megawatt commissioned. We don't load it directly. This is by NTPC Ramagundam people. So I'll just show you some towers also. Yeah, that's slowly. When I was student, we were talking about only 200 kV, 400 kV. Now plus or minus 500 kV HVDC, 765 kV, plus or minus 800 kV. In the world, the biggest UHV line, ultra high voltage line, is going to be a 1200 kV line. That is there in India. Maybe within another couple of years, you will be having the full length, full-fledged operation also. So this is going to be for M.Tech level, but not for you. But I just want to tell you that look at how the voltages are going on increasing to transfer bulk amount of power over long distances. This is the impulse generator you got near to Uppal. That's in Hyderabad. It is of almost 20 crores. This is a bundle conductor arrangement which you got in the same substation I have taken. And this is how the towers are going to be. Nowadays, tower design by civil engineering people is very, very supportive. Without tower, you can't do anything. So much before only single circuit used to be there. Now double circuit you can see. This side one circuit RYB, this side RYB, and you will have the ground wires on the top to avoid the thundering on the substations. So then why people will go for this? This is of DC is going to be very slim and it will be of equal to 800 kV of This is the problem. You don't get a big corridor. So now I ask the 1500 kilometers, 85 meters width, no government can really support me. Therefore, what they are trying to go for HVDC. And then if you are operating only 500 kV, you need almost 2 circuits of 800 meters width. So civil engineering people are trying to help us along with our electrical engineering. Ultimately, society expects an uninterrupted power supply at low cost, but they don't know all these difficulties. So a lot of research is going on at various levels, and these are of corona rings, etc. So I just want to show you that if you really live with the component, then slowly you will be in a position to understand everything can be converted into simple RLC circuit and voltage source, current source, and your fundamentals can be always helpful. That's how I have grown. To tell you very honestly, I mean, Telugu medium chadi English medium coaching tarvata within 3 months I could pick up and then became the topper. So how it is not because of anything. It is of trying to really make ourselves to be comfortable in the domain of electrical engineering by knowing what is R, what is L, what is C, what are RL, what is RC, what are RLC, all that, and try to really make ourselves to be at least for next generation trying to pass on the knowledge. I believe you also can make yourself very potential, very useful, and by taking the subject of electrical engineering, you don't miss anything. You can be there in artificial intelligence, you can be there on software side, you can be there on hardware side, you can be there core sides, you can be there in all the domains. And I have given the big list of job opportunities, career opportunities, and modern society without electrical engineering, no modern society is going to come. By the time you come to my age, you feel that what Sydulu sir told became outdated. And then you can definitely take a chance of making ourselves near to the modern society with smartness. Smartness is final authority because of this modern society. Any questions from your side, please? Any questions from your side? Satish Garu, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then you just ask the people, because now within another 5 minutes I will be winding up because 12:30 I gave the appointment to my PhD student.
So, students, if you have any questions, you can ask sir. Or else
Telugu
you
aina
can
parvaledi, Telugulo aina parvaledi, no problem.
okay, you can type in the chat box.
Or you can ask directly. Unmute your mic and then you can. There are two ways of looking at it. అడగటానికి అభిమానం అడ్డం వస్తుందా లేకపోతే చిన్నతనం అడ్డం వస్తుందా నాకు తెలియదు. ఏదైనా అడగవచ్చు. దట్ when you have some doubts, undoubtedly you can always ask. So if you don't have any questions, I thank your authorities, especially Satish Garu, who invited me, and hopefully you people can really grow and do the best for you, the best to your parent, the best to your parent institute, and then to the society. And when you become middle-aged and after middle age, you start helping the other people.
So you made them very clear, sir. So
that's what, because you See, I was recommended by somebody, means unless I have some useful information where I can reach the people, they don't recommend, no?
నో సార్ యాక్చువల్లీ అంటే మేము వాళ్ళందరినీ సబ్ స్టేషన్స్ కి అన్ని తిప్పుదాము అని అనుకుంటున్నాం సార్. కానీ మీరు ఇవన్నీ చెప్పేసరికి ఇంకా ఏం అక్కర్లేదు. వాళ్ళకి మంచి
చూపెట్టాలండి
క్లారిటీ
అలా
వచ్చేది సార్.
అంటే ఒకటమ్మా, దట్స్ వై ఐ హావ్ మేడ్ ద పీపుల్ ఇస్ అఫ్ దే షుడ్ నో. అమితాబ్ బచ్చన్ అంటే అమితాబ్ బచ్చన్ బొమ్మ లేకుండా ఆయన గురించి, జూనియర్ ఎన్టీఆర్ అంటే జూనియర్ ఎన్టీఆర్ బొమ్మ లేకుండా చెప్పడం తప్పు. ఎవరినైతే చెప్తున్నామో, ఇఫ్ ఐఎమ్ టెలింగ్ దట్ ఇట్స్ ఎ బిగ్ ట్రాన్స్మిషన్ లైన్, ఐ షుడ్ షో ది ట్రాన్స్మిషన్ లైన్, ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మర్. మా క్లాసులలో ముందు వాళ్ళకి ఆయన చెప్పిన తర్వాతనే ఐ సే దట్ యూ హావ్ బీన్ గివెన్ దిస్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, దిస్ ఇస్ హౌ వి ప్లాన్ ఇట్. ఓకే, కెన్ ఐ టేక్ లీవ్? That's enough. Thank you, one and all. That's enough. Have a wonderful time.
Sir, thank you for sharing moral values from your life experience. We definitely implement those values in our life. So these are the comments from the students.
Yeah,
So thank you so much for. I know you are in a always you are in busy schedule, sir, but giving your valuable time not only for sharing your technical knowledge, for your life experience. So definitely these words will ignite our young minds, and hopefully many of my students will reach you. And I request you to please accept our students, and whatever opportunities you have, please share with your students, sir.
100%, 100%. There's no problem. That's nice. I love to really always talk to my student friends because it is neural network training. మంచివాడి దగ్గర ఉంటే మంచితనం వస్తుంది, చెడ్డవాడి దగ్గర ఉంటే దుర్వ్యసనాలు తొందరగా వస్తాయి. ఎప్పుడైతే మనం మంచి వాళ్ళ దగ్గర నేర్చుకోవడానికి ప్రయత్నం చేస్తామో అప్పుడు మనకు తెలియకుండానే మన న్యూరల్ నెట్వర్క్, ఇట్స్ ఆర్టిఫిషియల్ న్యూరల్ నెట్వర్క్ ట్రైనింగ్ లాగా, బయో ఇన్స్పైర్డ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ లాగా బయలాజికల్ న్యూరాన్స్ కూడా ట్రైన్ అవుతాయి. అందుకనే అంటారు, సద్గురువు దగ్గర నిత్య నేర్చుకునేటట్టయితే సద్గతి వచ్చేంత వరకు కూడా శిష్యరికం చేయొచ్చు అని. దట్స్ ఇట్. హ్యావ్ వండర్ఫుల్ టైం. ఐఎమ్ టేకింగ్ లీవ్. హ్యావ్ గుడ్ టైం.
మా వైపు ఏమైనా ఉంటే మమ్మల్ని మన్నించండి.
అయ్యో అలా ఏం లేదమ్మా. డూ యూ థింక్ దట్ బికాజ్ నేను అన్నాను కదా, కాకపోతే టైంగా 5 నిమిషాల ముందు వస్తాను అన్నాను. ఐ కేమ్ and now I am leaving 5 minutes early because I gave time to my PhD student.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, wonderful time.